We're live. Heck yeah. I guess starting this off solid with your gender is valid. And then let me just pull up my chat and put it in the Discord. Do. I'm live. Cool. Alright, not sure if / when people will show up, but when they do, I'll be ready. And hopping back into my hardcore world. Waiting. It always takes so long, and now I'm waiting. Alright, no one's here, but I'm still gonna explain it. This area I really want some feedback on, but I've done like a rough idea of what I want this tower part to look like. And I want this part to come up like 15 blocks. 15 blocks feels solid. And then the very center part will have another tower. And this is what I'm thinking I'll do the inner walls and the outer walls like. I have them on top of dirt because I don't want to lose my reference thing in case we don't like this. But I was thinking I could do this. The white makes a nice pop. And it looks like a lot of white because from this angle you can also see that floor. But from the outside it's just going to be little bits of white. And I think it'll pop nicely. And I didn't do a whole lot else. I added doors where there needed to be doors and did some more markings. And I got myself a red floor here, finished some more floors, did a bit of terrain work over this way. I've decided this area can be for the farmers. Because it's separated from the rest of the villagers. And frankly, I don't want them mingling because the farmers will make... Well, yeah, I don't know. See, part of me wants the villagers to be able to just kind of go where they want, but I also want to be able to go to a certain area with the intent of trading. So I got a lot of things to work through, but for now, I also building starting spot. For example, I have a tower over this way that I need to do. I do do do. I do do do. Do 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 do. Ah, maybe not. But I don't know how big to make this tower. Feel like it should maybe be taller than that one. I did these the other day, so I don't remember the size of everything anymore. Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that one. This one was 35. I think that was 20. I can do a 20 block tall tower and go from there. So tall. I'm all alone in my stream again. So alone in my stream again. Wish there were people and I wasn't alone. Wish that I said. Let's see. Ooh, and I can do the thing that I like. Gosh, didn't out again. Nobody needs to know. You're incredibly quiet and muffled. Okay, let's fix that first. you hear me now? Also, did you notice I made you a mod? How about now? Bop. Ba-da. Hello? Okay, I did not change any of my settings. What happened here? Settings. Man, I need a bigger desk. Can you hear me now? Oh, it's through my laptop, not my. It disconnected my actual microphone for some reason. La 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 la. Yeah, this is not supposed to be the one that's doing anything. Make sure your Streamlabs connected to the proper mic. I mean, I'm doing that, but I never changed my mic. Hello? I hate when it does this. Hello? How's that one sound? Ten out of 10 better? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Alright, it's coming back this way for materials. So I'm making my next tower. It's in here. Yes. And then I have ideas for how to do this one. And I also did the floor for my map room area thing. It's also where I've been sleeping. Just made it a little nicer. What's your thoughts on this? And this will go up... You know, it might just only go up like 8 blocks. It's probably a healthy amount. And then it's going to be flat, and it's going to be like a little courtyard thing that's been fenced in. And then where this inner circle is, there's going to be another tower. Glad you can actually hear me now. Is this actually the last stream? Don't you have karaoke? That's why... No, it's called the last Minecraft stream. Read. I believe in you. And the building looks nice. Thank you. Okay. Well, in that case, we'll probably go through with that. It's not a stream unless there's a giant chunk of it where it's just Cookie in the chat. Okay. Think I got it working. You can't see nothing. Matter of fact, you're blind in your left eye. What'd you do? Eh.
Oh, the stream is way behind. Okay. This is gonna be a rough one. I'm calling it now. Probably haven't even gotten to the part where I asked about your eye. That's... oh boy. So now it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Guessing it's just actually 20. And I miscalculated. Just go down. Yeah, that feels like a healthy amount. It'll be same on these ones. Do you have any building projects after the castle? Well, the castle's gonna take a good while, and then I'm gonna furnish the inside, so that'll be a bit, but then, like, I have that marked. Gosh dang it. Okay. So I do have other things planned. It's truly a castle. I'm already starting to get lost. Should probably eat. So I'm gonna furnish the inside, and then I'm probably gonna do something to make the death pit underneath into whatchamacallit, a dungeon. I'm gonna build a house for my dogs here, and also have other buildings I have planned for this area. Spy decided to make progress quickly. Thank you. Well, castles are easy. You can do a lot. I'm probably going to tear down this particular snowman thing and make another one that's a bit away from the wall, and it'll just be a little tower. Might also just be right here. That'd be the easiest way to go about it. Something here just for looks so it balances out. I might just leave this entire thing blank. Like, I use it for trees usually. And then I'll probably build some more stuff up there, but my next big project, I think, will be a mini village down this way. That's going to be... I've heard Old West and I've heard desert, so I'm just going to go deserty Old West, and that's just going to be the theme of this village down here. So I'm going to have to get a lot of sand for that. And it's going to be this entire thing, which I've flattened out rather nicely, I think. So it shouldn't be terrible to build on it, just hard to keep track of making everything. But yeah, I'm gonna have like a town here. I have my spider farm, that way I need to build a building around it so it's safe to use. And then back in that area I was first showing you as far as future building projects, I'm going to build a nether portal, finally. It's going to be inside of that really flat cliff there. So that's going to be fun. I'm also going to build like a winding path through this. And then on top of that hill, and that's way down the line, I'm going to have a magical forest, because that was one of my really early, like, hey guys, what should I build? And that was one of the early suggestions, and that's just so much work, so I haven't. But I have a plan for it, and I haven't forgotten it, and I think that's what really matters, right? Not forgetting the task rather than doing it. But yeah, so I do have plans. Medieval dungeon for the villagers. Yeah, I could do something like that. Oh right, I'm right here. This is gonna be a pain. Hey Milchan, sorry in advance, my stream is really, really behind, so I swear I saw that as soon as the message popped up. If you could get rid of one event in history, what would it be? Oh gosh. I mean, there's some objectively correct ones out there, right? Like, but there'd also be some kind of funny ones. Basically every single religion has like some moment of like the first, like in the Bible would be the first sin, or like when humanity became corrupt instead of good, or like children of clay, or whatever, depending on the culture. I'd go back and undo whichever one of those it was. That sounds sucky. I don't know, I don't have a better answer. Oh dang, I'm still way back on the tower in the stream, building the tower. Oh boy. Alright, I have a funny feeling this is going to be a rough stream. This is why I usually do low latency, but just with my internet today, that was not an option. Well, I guess I can think about other things I'd go back in history and get rid of. Ah. Alright, I'll pick that up later. You would get rid of the creation of the nuclear bomb. Well, the nuclear bomb in and of itself was a bad thing, but think about the other things that we're able to get out of it that are good things, like nuclear energy. Slippery slope. So as long as there... Oh, wrong thing. As long as there is a nuclear bomb... Well, as long as we have a way to harness nuclear energy, then we'll have a nuclear bomb. But the nuclear energy is the cleanest energy as long as you're doing it correctly. So, slippery slope. Nukes are cool, but not a whole game series dedicated to why... But we have a whole game series dedicated to why they're not a good thing. Yeah, like... Well, the benefit... This might be a controversial take, but the benefit to us having nukes as a society is all of us went, okay, none of us want to touch that, because if you set off a nuke, you can't put that one back in the box. Like, once that's been said and done, you're kind of screwed as a society. So, I mean, we'll get terrible things like the Cold War, but because even fourth graders, that's when I became obsessed with the concept of mutual assured destruction. Like, elementary school students know how bad it is to be the one to launch the first nuke, so no one wants to do it. So really, it's just a bunch of people walking around with a big scary stick. Like, metaphorical stick, and very scary. But just a big scary stick. And you'll be back. Cool, you don't get to hear me butcher my explanation as to why nukes aren't as bad as we treat them. Still bad, for the record. Ah, that was close. I do need to go down, though. next time you go live, you can put. Can you message you, please? Sure. I did put a thing in the Discord. I didn't ping everybody because I don't want to be mean. I think I will make a going live ping thing. Yo, that looks solid. I can get behind that. Oh, that would have been terrible. There's so many of these around. Oh, hi, cow. Copper. Thank you. Of course. Anytime. But from this angle, my tower also looks cool. And from up here, sweet. Then what about inside? Like that. Let's say I was right here. That looks nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. Heck yeah. I mean, it's not the greatest tower ever, but it's better than this thing. Also, I could probably tower up this thing and break down all the corners, save blocks, and it might give it a bit more shape. Nah, this one's supposed to be the blocky, ugly tower. I'll keep it. Alright, what's next? I got tower over there, tower right there, tower right here, and then that one's going to be a dark tower for some reason. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. That didn't happen. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough stream. I can feel it in my bones. But either this tower or this tower is gonna be really dark, I think. I'm thinking that one. I gave it a cool red floor. Zelia would be so happy to hear that. Oh, Mulchan, while you're here, It's you! You found your way up. You've been terrorizing me for weeks. Do you even hit hard? I mean, kinda. Well, alrighty then. That guy's been there with his little helmet and his little bone. And after all, he was just a little guy. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Dang, I wish that last stream could just go on forever. It was great. You really like the castle? It might look a little bit better if you put some variation blocks in the wall, though that would take forever and be annoying. Well, I am gonna decorate it once I have all this up. This is really just the outline. And I want the castle itself to, like, yeah, it's huge, it's cool, whatever, but I want the castle itself to not necessarily be the main attraction. I want it to be all the things I'm gonna add. But if some things are too boring, then I will definitely do that. I'll make it, I'll break up the monotony. But do I have to, yeah, this is cobble deep slate, can't I make bricks? This is the tale of the lesbian hunters and lesbian lovers. Let's see here. There we go. So I'm about to make a tower. And I'm thinking the bricks because everything else has been made with bricks. Does that make sense to you? I could also do like the chiseled deep slate or the tiles, but I feel like the tiles might not quite fit. Which do you think? And I will wait for it to catch up to you. Probably bricks, but the green one, the orange one, and all the red ones. And the other green one, and a blue one. Spruce and Master Shake. Which one do you think? Deep Slate Pog. Yep, that. Funny you should say the color variation. But which one? I'm thinking the bricks, but. Can you see the Deep Slate variants again? Sure. I'll even do one of each and place them for you. I'm sure I can find something to use them for down the line. And then I guess I could also do the polished. I like the color of the tiled, but I like the brickness of the brick. The bricks, okay, heck yeah. I'll leave the rest for a future time. And then should I do the one with the white floor or the one with the red floor with the Deep Slate bricks? Also, sorry in advance, this won't be as long of a stream. My roommates and I are gonna go out and eat. Hopefully, unless plans change and no one told me. But that's currently the plan. So I'll show you the other towers in a minute, the tower locations in a minute, if you want help deciding. Oh, I'm not even done collecting bricks. Lovely, the lag on this stream is so incredible. Alright. This is the one with the red floor, and this one, I'm going to shave away all the grass here, so it'll just be the tower hanging on the edge, and then the bottom of it's going to kind of like hang down, and I think that'd be cool, which is why I thought this would be a good one. But then I also have this one, and this would just be kind of sticking out in the front. Oh, but I still think it could be cool. The red would probably be a nice pop color. And I'm going to use these black bricks elsewhere in the build, but so I'll just line this real quick. You are right that the mangrove and the Deep Slate look pretty sick. Yo, it's Wilburfoot. Didn't you get canceled? Making a bad Wilburfoot joke, not even a funny one. Hello. Sorry if it's taking a while for you to... Has that always been checkered? Okay, sorry. Sorry if it's taking a while for you to get the message that I got your message. It's been like this all day. The red flower. Aha. I assume that Wilburfoot is a reference, like, to Wilbur Soot. And I was making a poor joke about how he got canceled for being a terrible person. Hello, my good sir. Didn't even see the arrow hit him, just saw him fly back. Sorry if you hear water going. My roommate's taking a shower. 'Cause hygiene. Sometime in stream, can we be in a voice chat and talk to each other? If not, that's completely okay. Yeah, I can probably do that in a bit here. Where? Hello? Hello? Where? Hello? Ah. That's concerning. Where? I hate not being able to see them. Okay, it's a focusing moment. Yikes. No. No. Ah. Hello. Didn't even need it. Okay. Gotta go out for lunch. Good luck with the stream. Thank you. Sorry, I know it's really slow today. Okay, now I'm starting to get a little scared. Something's gonna pop out and get me. And then my phone buzzed. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough stream. But that barely looks half bad. Hello. Can I help you? Cool, cool. Counter offer, we don't do this. Glad we can come to an agreement. Man, I hate that thing. Just a pit of death. Ah, no. I can live with that. Alright. Ah. You finished your drawing book for the day? Nice. What was... Like, yeah, when you said that you had, like, to do certain drawings, I thought it was like, alright, now today you have to draw a fish. Today, like, I thought it was gonna be something like that. But when you started sending me all these, like, super great anatomy, practice things, dang. Let's just say I'm impressed. I'll just leave it there. Yo, how tall should I make this tower? I have no clue on the height of this one. What should I do? Thanks for saying you're impressed. Well, I really am. You do so good. Like, I've seen your My Hero Academia sketches and stuff. I'm like, wow, she's good. But then I see your anatomy studies, and I'm like, dang, she's good. Like, keep it up for sure. You'll be able to... I wouldn't be surprised if you'd be able to do that for a living one day. I could see you getting to that point. Okay, and... Splash. I just crawled along the floor there. You see the tower from the ground. Sure, right after I grab some Z's. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be the map room. It's going to look amazing. So here it is from inside. Here it is from the front. Oh, I can make another little section right here. That could be fun. And then, since it's one of the outer edge ones, it's good to know from down here. Here it is from down there. And it's kind of draping over the edge. Hello, Death. One day I'm gonna light up that cave. That scared me. Clearly that's not a day that's coming soon to theaters. But yeah, this tower's gonna come all the way out to this edge, which makes this a completely enclosed area, which means I can make another archway. You like this height? I'm not sure if it's quite tall enough, especially since it's going to be like the Dark Tower. Don't know why I did that voice, I'm just trying to be dramatic. I'll go right here. Like so. Yeah, this will be big enough for another villager section. That'll be swell. Maybe like a block or two taller. Okay. I'll add 2 more blocks and then we'll take another looky-loo. Because if it's gonna be the dramatic dark tower, then I want it to be visible from different parts of the castle, and let's say I'm right here. You can barely see it. And for the size of it, kind of short. Keeping in mind that the walls will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the inner castle walls will be right there. So that is a 2-story tower. Also, I don't know what to put in this tower, so gotta figure that out too. Maybe a pile of gold. This could be my treasure tower. Maybe this could be where I keep prisoners of war. Okay, let's check out the size of this. Again, here's just a normal tower and the dark tower. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Tell me something to draw. No guarantee it'll be good. Okay, draw a beatboxing puppy. If you know, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Then let's just hop on down here and behold. Okay, well, in that case I gotta have at least one more dark tower, because that's too short to be called the Dark Tower. It should be called Dark Tower Junior. Does look cool though, but gotta have another tall one. Maybe it can be this one in the far back? This one's big. Very, very big. This is also gonna be where the farmers live. And maybe the Dark Tower can be like a metaphor for like unions. I don't know. Yeah, and then this one can be significantly taller. How tall should this one go? Maybe 19 blocks? Does 19 blocks for a big old tower? It'll be like half the size of that. Does that work? I'll need more deep slate, not that that's a problem. But this way it should be visible from essentially everywhere in the castle. But still not a complete giant. Like, there's this one, and then that's going to be the height of the other one, so it's just peeking out. I think that could work. How long is my roommate's gonna take a shower for? Like, again, yay, hygiene, but ma'am? I should probably 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1. That should be where my doorway is. Girl, we've been knowing how to draw. Beatboxing puppy. If you know, you know. watching my stream. It was really popular for no apparent reason the other day. See, if no one enters the chat soon, I'm probably just going to be forced to talk about something I find interesting. And not to be one of those, I'm not like other girls, I'm quirky, but I have some weird interests. Like, I'm not one of those, here's my favorite serial killer people, but, like, I spent 2 hours last night on a hotline, and not like one of the hotlines you would probably assume someone spends a lot of time on. I was on the Squid Fun Fact hotline. What do you find interesting? Squids, apparently. Find lots of fish things interesting. One thing I can talk nearly infinitely about is the Salish Sea, which is this section that can, like, it has Strait of Juan de Fuca and the Puget Sound and stuff like that, but it's this section in North. Oh, you're just getting to the part where I'm talking about the hotline, aren't you? I'm sorry. I know it wasn't funny today. But, like, the Salish Sea is super cool, and the orcas there are really interesting to study, and so are basically everything in the Salish Sea just acts differently than the same types of wildlife elsewhere in the world, and the animals there that are able to speak different languages, and one of the most common food sources for the orcas in that area is, well, it's salmon first and foremost. They eat almost solely salmon, which pop off. I wish that were me. That was oh no to the squid part. Do you not like squid? Squid are great. They're so silly. But the thing with the orcas, I had a thought, where'd it go? Oh, yeah. A huge part of their diet is deer and moose. Think about that for a second. A huge part of these orcas' diet is deer and moose. And frankly, I find that incredibly interesting. You like squid and octopi. So do I. Underrated, frankly. Thoughts on cuttlefish. Same family, just funnier. You didn't see that. Wait, deer? Okay, I've been waiting for you to respond to that. Sorry, it's been a hot second since I said that now. But, so, in that area, there's a lot of islands. Like, they got the Vashons, and there's tons of islands. I could go on for a while, but like, you got Vashon Island's probably the most famous. Well, the deer don't just stay on one island because most islands aren't very big and you can't just like maintain all the deer populations. Same with the moose. So they will swim between islands and orcas will wait for them to do so and then they'll just eat them. You didn't see that either. So a huge chunk of their diet is just misfortunate deer and moose. Also, a moose can dive up to 50 feet. So you could be a scuba diver and then you could see a moose right in front of you, which is weird enough, and then out of nowhere, an orca could come in and eat it. That fact lives rent free in my head. You had no idea that moose and deer can swim. Moose are usually really good at it. Some deer kind of suck at it, but yep, they can swim. They don't swim like as good as we would classify a swimming person as, but they can swim. And not just that, moose can dive. Like I said, rent free in my head. I need to go get more deep sleep bricks. So yeah, there's a little fun fact of the day. Okie doke, what do I do now? Deep slate, I guess. Oh, I got rid of my little bridge. I'm going to have to cross it like a plebe. With the aid of gravity. So yeah, I got lots of water and water animal related fun facts. If you ever, like if you're ever on a game show and they're like, hey, you can call a friend, and the question has basically anything to do with marine life, and like you can't call Hank Green or something, call me, and if on the off chance I actually answer my phone, I gotcha covered. You say you think everyone can sing at least one song. Yep, I genuinely believe that. What do you think you'd be able to sing with your childish voice? I don't think it has to do with if you sound like an adult or a grown-up when you're singing. I think it has to do with what type of voice you have, not like, again, that sounds kind of like I'm doing the age thing. Also, you don't sound as young as you think you do. Like, yes, you do sound very young, but, like, it's not like you sound like an itty bitty kiddo. You just sound young. So, depends. I mean, you can also always just lean into that if you really want to, and you could do like, on the big ship, lollipop. But I feel like you would commit some sort of treason against me if I suggested that in all seriousness, so I guess I'd have to hear your voice. But I think everyone can sing a song. It just might not be a song you like or a song you want to be able to sing. I like jazz and blues. It's not my go-to thing to listen to. I'm not one of those, like, you like jazz. But I think that my voice does best with jazzy, bluesy songs. Which I'm not necessarily happy about, but I think that's just the cards you've been dealt with. And if you don't think you can hold a note, then odds are the sort of song that you can sing would be a metal song. Like, do you know how many rock and roll or metal or whatever, like, it's usually good and stuff, but a lot of them it's not really singing, and it's more like a guitar going on in the background and a bass and some drums and then one person going, ah! Like, I don't think there's a single person who can't do some version of their take of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. If you know that song. It's like, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, not the, like, it's not exactly in my voice range, but here we'll just do that, and then we'll make this castle free real estate. Diagonal doors, my favorite. You really like Let the Bodies Hit the Floor? Yeah. I think it's a fun song. And I think it's a song that everyone can sing their own version of it. Is that a diagonal door? Good enough. I just gotta do it on this side. So yeah, I guess it just comes to answer that question. I guess it just comes back to what your voice when you're singing sounds like. Like I recognize that I have a fairly deep voice to begin with, but when I'm singing, my voice gets really deep. Like I'm not gonna subject you to that because that's not what you signed up for, but my singing voice is really good for jazz and sea shanties, I've found. Like I'm on a list of people who might get a part in a musical, and they have me signed up for a guy character because that's just the kind of voice I got. And when I was a kid, I hated it. I was so upset because I thought I had to have a girly voice in order to. I don't even know why I thought this, frankly. Wow, I missed. But I guess what I'm saying is once you are able to accept yourself and your voice, then everyone can find at least one song. Some people can sing basically every song, but I don't think there's a single person who can sing every song. Just some people who can sing a lot of songs. Started looking for your phone when it was right in front of you. Oh boy. One of those days. I know how it goes. Do you think you'd be able to sing from the start? Sing what from the start? Bodies hit the floor? I mean, probably. Zombies. But I don't think that one's really great for my voice. Just let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I don't think I could do it seriously. Oh, it's a song. From the start is a song. Well, that's no clue. I don't think I know that one. Not again. But yeah, I think that tower looks good. Tower looks scrumptious. Well, maybe a few more blocks, right? I say 4 more blocks. What are some of the lyrics in case I've heard it from the start? Got a guy, girls, mamas don't lie. Running with the wrong crowds on the wrong night. But I got one thing right. Here, I'll actually look it up. From the Start song. Don't you notice I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Don't think I've heard this one. You did copy and paste it, but it didn't work the first few times. Sorry. I'll try to listen to it later if you want. I can even put that in the karaoke stream for tomorrow. I just don't think I've heard that before, and I don't want to play copyrighted music. Yeah, I like that, especially if I put like a red tower roof on it. I'm gonna use mangrove for that. I like this. Coolio. Alright. Alright, next tower. Lonely, my stream is lonely. I have nobody. Alright, how tall should this tower be? And then I'll do the backup thing so you can get an idea. Although I don't have a height for it. Has to be at least 10 blocks tall. No more than 30. I don't think this should be above 25. And it's not very big. It's only 5 across. Ooh, you sent me a picture of your beatboxing puppy. Let me take a look. Looky-loo. Discord message from Molchan. My paw can't touch my mouth. Aw, but he's cute. Nice job. Dogs are hard. They just are. Shorter than the one behind it. Define behind. There's towers in every direction from it. And the funky thing about towers is there is no real top or bottom. The black one near the mountain. So shorter than that one, and that one was 19, so how about 14 for this tower? Also thinking for this one, for extra variation, I'll do these on the sides. Okay. Did I say 14? And if I didn't, just tell me and I'll change it. short-term memory, I guess. It's just non-existent. This adds so much flavor. Look at me go. Also, when you listen to From the Start, there's two versions, one by Good Kid and one by Lofty. Both are good, and you did say 14. Pog. Yeah, when I looked it up, it said Lofty, but I know a lot of times it'll just also be like, made popular by so-and-so. I can't believe how big this is already. It's gonna be such a pain to furnish. It's gonna be fun though. I will definitely need help with the ideas, so by all means, send me designs. Oh, wait, not you. Is the one that made the song. Good Kid did a cover, that's really good. Okay, good to know. Didn't work. Well, I'm down to 4.5 hearts. I should probably eat some food. What a way to end my hardcore series, right? For the record, that very much is something I would do. In fact, the closest I've ever come to losing this series was falling. I was planting and cutting down trees, and it got down to half a heart. Oh, I should probably look at this. Yo, it looks extra round. I can dig it. Yes, please don't die. Eat food. I'm trying. Oh god, half a heart, yeah. And then I got down to a heart and a half fighting a baby zombie villager. If I hadn't put out the fire, I would have died. It looks pop, thank you! Oh, let's also check the height from separate angles. Can you see it from over here? Yes. Can I see it from over here? Yes. Just, one thing I'm a little worried about is all the tall towers are on this side. Like, let me skedaddle down towards my mushroom. That part's so much taller. So this tower in the front here has to be really tall to balance it out. It's so much fun to do this though. And I appreciate you being here, especially when there's no one else. I know it's not as fun if I'm taking 3 minutes or whatever to respond to each message and everything, but I do very much appreciate You being... Oh, I missed. Oh, I really missed. Forgot I terraformed this area. Let me up. Haha, you fool. No, the flowers! Oh well. You'll always be there. You have way too much free time and because it's fun, of course. Well, I appreciate it. You can still be going to anyone else's streams, and I appreciate you always being here. No, I know what you meant. Oh. Just get those bad boys. Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely, I have nobody. It's been stuck in my head all day. It's gonna be stuck in my head all day too. No escape from it. Yum. I believe that's the correct height to not bump your head. Yeah, we're just getting 2 floors out of this tower, aren't we? Well, maybe with the roof I can get a 3rd. In the friend group, what friend are you? Well, actually, I think I'm kind of the wild card because depending on the friend group, my role can change drastically. Like, with my college friends, I'd say that I'm the, like, I've been told actually by multiple people, I'm kind of the mom friend. I'm like, hey, what the heck, you haven't eaten in 3 days, you can't do that. But when I'm with my friends from high school, I'm kind of lean the opposite direction. I'm, like, very self-destructive. I'm like, hey, guys, I got an hour of sleep last night, watch me play Minecraft. And I drive them nuts and stuff, and you know, I've recently gained an appreciation for what they do, and I'm so sorry to everyone who ever had to deal with me. And then with, like, friends at church, I'm the, which feels like a weird thing to even say, but I'm the, like, the wise one with the life experience because I've gone and done stuff with my time. Like, a lot of people here have just not seen the world. And I mean, I wouldn't say I've seen the world, but I would say that I've done more than most people here. And I'll come back and fix that wall later. I think that tower looks solid. Yeah, you guessed, mom friend, but only with people my age. So yeah, it really depends. Okay, and then I say this one should be taller than either of those, so I'm gonna go 20. This bad boy's gonna be so tall. Actually, no. I'm gonna put the special ones on the edges and in the middle. Eh, don't mess up the flowers. Thank you. Barely missed the flowers. Appreciate that. For what it's worth, I can't spell any day, so you got me beat. Oh dang, I gotta break into my emergency stash of stone bricks. Whatever will I do? Guess I'll suffer. Yeah, I went way overboard preparing for this project. I'm honestly here for it. Better than being halfway through and then realizing, oh, I don't have... Let's check notes. Wood. Let's see, what else can we talk about? What is your favorite type of shark? Actually, never mind. I've been recently told that not everyone has one of those, and I should stop asking that question as an icebreaker. But they're so cool. When I was a kid, I was just morbidly terrified of sharks. Granted, my fear was a bit more justified than other 5 and 6-year-olds with the fear of sharks because I could see the Puget Sound from my house when I was 4, 5, 6, and then from when I was 7, I was less than a 5-minute walk away from a bay. So I was terrified of sharks. So what I decided I would do is I'd do a bunch of research so I could understand their weaknesses, so that when I was inevitably attacked by a shark, I could defend myself. But it turns out they're not that. I mean, I wouldn't willingly put myself in the water with 90% of them. I mean, you would do it anyways, but I wouldn't, like, I'm not gonna jump in right next to a bull shark because that's just a good way to be injured. But it's not like they are the bloodthirsty hunting machines that social media and stuff often makes them out to be. They're not sea puppers either. And neither are seals. You like the generic shark? What's the generic shark? Ooh, we can help you figure out what your favorite shark is. There's a thought. Would you be willing to go through like multiple questions and figure out which is your favorite? It's a good chunk of my health whenever I fall. Like if I were to fall from this height again, it should be about half my health, and then I'd be pretty... Yep, 2.5, heck yeah. That should not have been something I was willing to injure myself over. Yeah, you'd be willing? Sweet. So, as soon as I get down. First of all, do you want to pick your favorite shark based off of its habits or its appearance? So maybe you want to pick a shark because it's able to walk, so that's what makes it your favorite, or maybe you want to pick a shark because it has the coolest tail you've ever seen. Which will narrow it down that way. Or we could, I guess, go by the funniest name. That might fall into the habit. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, it's coming along. I am never going to enter these towers, am I? I'm just gonna stay on the outside so I don't have to deal with them. I know how my brain works. So you want to go off of name, habits, and appearance. So we can't narrow it down that way. So what's something you want me to be specifically narrowing it down for? Because there are thousands of sharks, and I'm not going to pretend I know every single one of them, but I do know quite a few. So, like, if you want to go for the smallest shark, or the biggest shark, or the most dangerous shark, or what? Like, what is something that you think you could base it off of? Which one has the most pointy teeth? Okay, so in that case, you're probably going to go for sand tiger shark. They're not the prettiest, but they do have very pointed teeth. And this is another one where it's not like I want to swim right next to it, but it's not a very dangerous shark, particularly. As far as I know, there's never been a fatality of a sand tiger shark attack on people, and when they do mess with people, usually it doesn't even result in like the loss of a limb, whereas the bigger or more the bigger or the more like kind of crazy sharks often it will you'll lose something. Yeah. Yeah. I like this. Okay, got another tower. Also, oh, they have a lot of teeth. Yep. Also, sand tiger sharks are kind of infamous because they're one of the sharks that only one can be born at a time. Because even though the mama shark can be pregnant with dozens or even potentially like 100 of them at a time, they basically have a battle royale in the womb, and one leaves, and the other eats the rest for nutrients. But yes, teeth very much. They do tooth. Alright, so that was easy, I guess. Your favorite shark is a sand tiger shark. You know, I don't actually know why we call them sand tiger sharks, because they don't look or act anything like actual tiger sharks. The sandy part, I guess I can understand, because they have what sort of looks like a sandy back with their brownness, but yeah. So as long as you were going for pointiest tooth, I think that's either the winner or something that no one's gonna get upset or try to argue over, because they do have indeed much point to their teeth. Blue sharks are cooler, so now your favorite's a blue shark. I like blue sharks. There's an aquarium in my town, and frankly, I've seen everything they have to offer, but I still go back every once in a while. And they have a mummified blue shark head. And the first time I went in, I went, "Oh, is that a blue shark?" And they're like, no, actually, it's a..." And then they checked the tag, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, it is a blue shark." And then since then, basically everyone I've talked to about it knows what it is off the top of their head. But it's weird. They try to be like, "You're not allowed to have knowledge about this," and I don't know what's going on with them. I think they're tired. They do volunteer work. They're lovely there, though, otherwise. And they have birds. If you want to see a cute shark, look up salmon shark. Just make sure you look at them when they're small, because when they're big, they get kind of just... They look like somebody's uncle. I don't know how else to describe it. What? Did you see that? Didn't I break it? Oh, and by generic shark, you meant like great white sharks. Yeah, I guess. They're actually very far from generic. There's a lot of things about the great white that only the great white has, which is another thing that's interesting about sharks. Like, did you know that great white sharks are one of the only types of sharks that are able to, not modify, well, that too, I suppose, but moderate their internal body temperature? So, white sharks can keep themselves warm and live in colder waters. And I think that's awesome. Scary sometimes, because you can find them halfway up Canada, but it's cool they can do it. It's also one reason why they're kind of all over the place, although they do prefer warm water because that's just easier for them to do. And then, like, the lateral line of a white shark is just built different from all other sharks. The lateral line is how they feel things in the water around them, which is also how schooling fish are able to, like, you know when one schooling, like, okay, so schooling fish are the ones that move all together and they stick together. And you know how when they do it, like, they do it in, like, perfect sync as if they've practiced this? They don't actually practice it, they just have lateral lines, so when one moves, the others all also move. Fence, 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 fence. Yeah. Then I'll build her up. Salmon sharks are now your favorite. Heck yeah! Or you could like the short fin mako because it's the fastest shark. It's actually so fast that we aren't entirely sure, at least the last time I checked where we were at, of their top speed. Which is very fast. Remember watching a video of mako sharks. They were trying to figure out, and this was a while ago to be fair, but they were trying to figure out the top speed of a mako shark. So what they did was they attached a seal carcass to the back of a speedboat. And the speedboat broke. Oh, I need to go down. Yep. Like, sharks are very interesting. Also, sharks have existed longer than trees have on Earth, which a lot of people have heard that one, but that's crazy when you think about that. Like, it's, yeah. Or nurse sharks. If there is a sea pupper, it's a nurse shark. I know I was saying earlier, like, don't stop calling sharks sea puppers because they still are wild animals and all wild animals can be dangerous. But I'm pretty sure the worst thing a nurse shark has ever done to someone is when they were really bugging the nurse shark and being mean to it. They bit his finger. It bit his finger, and the guy lost his finger. But they mostly just like eat crabs and vibe, and I love them. We need more. Poor dead seal. What you looking at? Oh, yeah, that's just how you're talking about the mako shark. Yeah, that's just how it goes, though. It's not like it's also just half of it. I'm pretty sure it's just the torso. If that makes it any better for you. Okay, and then this will be my area for extra hay bale storage. I will never come up here. But there will be a ladder. Nurse sharks look like they got fangs. Those are like actually like whiskers. And if anything's a sea pupper, it's a nurse shark. And they just kind of lie around and they just sort of hang out, vibing. And oh, some nurse sharks can walk. Which they discovered it, and it was huge for a really brief time. Like people were like, oh my gosh, these sharks are learning how to walk so they can go on land. And then no one talks about it. I don't know why, but they're also not the only sharks that do that. I can never say it properly, but the epaulet shark can walk between tide pools and go eat other things. So they'll like walk into a tide pool, eat all the starfish, walk into the next tide pool, eat all the starfish, walk into the next tide pool, eat all the clams. Usually not clams, but like urchins maybe. I'm pretty sure their main goal is starfish, but they also get protection from the larger animals because they're walking. What are they gonna do? Crawl on land after them? I didn't think so. Oh, so they're like you. They just lie there. Nah, I don't think they have cool fashion sense. And they're not good drawers, but they do just kind of hang out. They're just chill. Gotta be careful with these lanterns. I might use them like they're the cheapest resource I have, but they cost an emerald apiece, which adds up. Yeah. You have a cool fashion sense? Of course you do. I've seen what you can do. You have great fashion sense. Far better than I do, which, granted, is not necessarily a huge compliment in and of itself. I have no fashion sense, but it's still really good. Fashion sense, that is, not being better than me. Like, of the people that I know that I, like, frequently interact with, so it doesn't count, like, the people I know in passing at school that just dress insanely amazing every day somehow, I'd say you're, like, top 5. You got good fashion sense. simply a fact. Makes you happy. Well, I'm glad. Anytime. You make me happy, I make you happy. Together we're unstoppable. Zombie. Could have sworn there was a zombie. Oh well. I think the floor in here, just for absolutely no reason, needs to be glazed terracotta. Just have a feeling. It must be done. Hopefully this is enough. I don't think it will be. Yeah, it will not be. Not that one. Ay, ay, ay. I see where this is going. Alright. I'm gonna go grab myself some more brown glazed terracotta then. I'm on the wrong side of the castle. Which means the job it's working. It's supposed to be confusing. Also, I'm sure you've noticed, but I have a bunch of different trenches dug out. That was close. Unnecessarily so. I have a bunch of trenches dug out, and I'm going to fill them with sweet berries and then cover them in moss, so villagers can't cross certain areas. And then a few spots I'm going to cover them with brown carpet. It's a cool block. I agree. I can buy it. It's great. I don't think it's my favorite glazed terracotta, but I think it's one of the easiest ones to work with. I can't wait till I update my world. I'm going to use Tuft in so much things. Can use these. Probably less so the lime, but figure it out. Your dad just said your name and said it's really close to sexist. Yeah, I've heard it before. I've heard it all before. I know. I know I've told you this one before, but I'm gonna go through the story of how I got my name again. I was really frustrated because all the usernames I wanted for a site were taken, so I used I exist, but I'm not a crazy person, so I capitalized the I because proper grammar, but it looked like a lowercase L to most people, so said, yeah, he saw it. So people thought that it said Lexist, like instead of I exist, they thought it said Lexist. And then so many people online started calling me by that it just sort of stuck. So that's the story of how I became a sexist, I guess. I swear I'm not. It's this way? Yeah. No. My favorite part's this little circle here, and it's hard to get. Yeah. You always knew as I exist. Yeah, you're clever, Emma. You're just too clever for them all. Alright, so there's one castle floor. Let's see if I can make the lime terracotta work. Oh, it's night. Nope, 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 sleep, no, help, nah. Why is there a pig on my flowers? I'm guessing that you just said... I'm taking what you just said, so that's how I became a sexist. Out of context one day. By all means, clip that. You guys know Cookie. Every single time he and I just chat in Discord sometimes a lot, and every single time we start a call, he's like, oh, is that Lexus, the sexist from Texas? And I don't know why he does this, but now there's no escape. Alright. What the? Oh, it's so bright. It's so bright. Okay. Well, let's do this. Nope. Oh, it's hard. Is it this one? No. You want to make an out of context video of you if you knew how to edit? By all means, I'll even help you get the clips together. Okay, I messed up this one. Is it not supposed to be that? No, it's not. It's supposed to be this. Yes. Blob. Ring blob. Which makes this a ring. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that's a ring. No, it's not. So I did it that way and it was Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Help. No. Guys, help. Help, what do I do? There we go. I've done this incorrectly 1,000 times. And I'm probably gonna come through and put carpet on this or something later. Oh, I hate it. Okay. This tower I'm gonna put wool as, not wool, whatchamacallit. Help. Hay. I'm gonna put hay as the floor. What is this pig doing in my terrain? Excuse you, sir, you're trespassing. Honestly, he kind of looks like a stoic little statue. Keep it up. You're allowed. I did it! Sorry, that was probably really painful to watch. Let's make this one out of my favorite glazed terracotta. Before I cry. Doesn't that look awesome? It's also the easiest one to... Never mind. I was so close, and yet so far. I get the edges mixed up. But it looks cool. You know what? I can make this work. Oh, it's so wrong. Okay. Make a statue of the pig. He deserves a statue and a name. Sorry, just concentrating. No. I already did all mine facing that way, so I need to do some facing this way. So where does it make the most sense? Right there. So every other... I'll go this way. I'm pretty sure the last direction is this. Yep. Doesn't that look lovely? I wish they hadn't made glazed terracotta so difficult to work with. This is a tomorrow problem. But this is a today problem. Pretty! I'm glad you like it. I'm very glad. I'm rather where am I? My castle's getting so big I'm getting lost and I don't even have it furnished. That's also one of the reasons why I've been trying to make sure the different towers have different vibes going with them. Like all these towers have the same spruce... Oh, this one doesn't have a spruce floor yet. How about we go back and forth, or... Yeah, we'll do brown. We'll do brown. I think it just makes sense. But instead of making the pattern, I'm just gonna do this. Haha. Because it still looks good. Not as good. Oh well, good enough. That's my Minecraft motto. It's good enough for me. This is just an exit to the castle. Okay, in that case, we gotta dig out this floor and make it safe to enter. I'll use this as a reference to how the villagers and such are allowed to enter. Nope. Move it back one more. Guess I can start here. Skeleton rattles. Is the sun setting? Okay. inside, take a nap. Not YouTube telling me I need to take a break. It's like, hey, you've been on your electronics for a long time today. Wanna stop doing that? Nah. Don't think I will. It's not even on both sides. I know. But they have to be able to it's gonna look better, trust me. I just have to do what I'm doing. The exit for the villagers. I'll go back, I swear. I'm just trying to sleep. Like, I could take a few mobs spawning, but if there's like a creeper and it blows up my work, I'll cry. Oh wait. I got business to do. This isn't even either, for the record. But it looks fine. I promise. Just the other one's small. So it's more obvious. So I get my coarse dirt. I'll grab those for now. First we grab actual dirt. Alright, then we're gonna plant, and we'll plant some more, and after that, we'll do some planting. Why would you show me that it's not even either? Because the other one you couldn't even tell until I pointed it out. So that means this one's gonna be a-okay. Especially after I turn it to dirt and not this bright stuff. I was just using this as a reference because I didn't have my coarse dirt on me, and yeah, it was a block that I had on hand. Why does it feel so dark? It is morning. Is there not? Yeah, there's torches in here. Okay, grab my coarse dirt. Okay. See, it looks a whole lot less noticeable, right? It looks fine. And then back here I can have some sleepy spots for my villagers. And they can go me night. And they're gonna be a-okay. So I actually have a lot of spots where I need to do some of this. And I think now is a good time for me to do it. No, I should put this over here. But the problem is I don't have that much sweet berries. And if you disregard the giant box that I have in my storage, I think the best place to go would be the berry patch. So we're heading to the berry patch. It does look better now, but you will never forget. Never forget, always remember. I believe in you. You can do this. I just really want a wandering trader to spawn in, and I want him to give me pickles. It'll change everything. Right. Step 1. Acquire copious amounts of moss. And brown carpet. That works. Now, if only I had a way to get sweet berries. Besides tearing down my fences. These guys have my same thoughts. Huh. I know. I'll go to the berry patch. Da 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 da. I just want to break these. Do I have my... Aha. Oh, this never grew. Copious is a good word. Yes, it is. It's a fun one to say. So I should, if I wasn't using fortune, I would be getting 9 stacks of berries out of this, because this is exactly 3 stacks of berries. Let's see how many I get. Uh-oh. Definitely more than 9. Just right click on the berries and you'll get them back, but they'll stay there. Nah, I need to turn this into a town later. I just planted them to be destroyed. Plus I can use fortune on them, and that's why I got so many back. Got almost twice as many as I would have. Not that I needed to do this at all, I had so many berries in there. This doubled my amount of berries. But now I have a snack. And we run up to the castle. But don't worry, I do know the Minecraft berry mechanics. Just being wasteful. I do not need nearly this many. Use them as a snack. Okay. For example, like right here. And then a bit of this and that. And this will keep villagers from getting into this tower once I build it. Doop de doo, de doo de doo de doo. I was planning on doing laundry today, but I got put behind schedule, not of my own fault, my own volition, and then I just kind of decided not to, because that sounded like a lot of work. So I'll do laundry tomorrow, but I hate this room. Just gonna try to stay out of there. This area is so dark and gloomy. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. Aww. I didn't properly do that. Let's see. Need to do this one. This one is even. Does that make you happy? We got an even one. That's how they access this little area. So, have you read any books or manga recently? Nothing interesting. I've read like some stuff for school, but that's not been super recent. And then as far as manga go, I've been reading that online. I actually haven't caught up to that. Have been reading webtoons, which have been fun. Like I've been reading one called Viral Hit, and it's really good. Like at the beginning it's about this kid who we'll go with this one. Wants to start in his world it's called a new tube channel, like new, but it's YouTube. Uh, and then towards the end, it becomes less that and more of like a him fighting crime, and it's really fun. It's a fun story. It's really entertaining. Has very high doses of silly, as it should. Sometimes a little over the top. Aha. Yay, an even one. Yeah, I told you. I told you. It's not as bad as you make it out to be. It's gonna be a-okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to make this. This might be the fisherman area after all. It's enclosed. Sounds like a fun story. Yeah, I'd say it is. Main character's name is Hoban Yu. Spoilers in case you ever read it, but the first bad guy he runs into in his YouTube channel is all about calling out people and taking them down. But the first one that he goes out kind of on his own to try to take down without needing help or just pure luck, it later becomes basically his best friend. It's a fun story. It does have some dark matters that it covers, so heads up for that in case you ever plan to read it, but it's good. It's fun. Let's see. Got one there, got one there. No. Alright, so this section will be one. Whatever this comes out to be. Sure, it'll be cute. I'm thinking this town area will have just an amalgamation of a little bit of everything. And this will be a little graveyard area. You love dark matters and stories? Alright, well it does cover like illegal substances, especially later in it. There's like murder, SA, well, attempts of SA. Like, it's there's no good guys who do that. Like, it's not one of the stories that's like, this is an okay thing, but it does still cover those topics, so I'm just letting you know. But as long as you're okay with that, it's a good story. I think the most difficult part about it is you either have to pay to read it, or you have to do the webtoon daily unlock thing, which works for me because it's a very long story, and I can't read that all in one sitting anyways, so I just, every few days, give me my cobblestone. Like, I'll unlock it every single day, and then after several days, I'll sit down and just read it in bulk. Another one that's really good is Hooky. I've been reading a lot of webtoon. That's essentially what I've been mostly reading. You're gonna read Viral Hit now? Go for it. Also, I've heard they're turning it into an anime, or that they have turned it into an anime, so if that's more your vibe, because I know you like anime, you could also do that. I just don't know if it's out yet. Alright, I think I got the majority of my things done. Oh, well, I have an easy solution to this. I just pillar up and check. You're gonna watch the anime? Sounds good. Okay, got that area fixed, and that's blocked off. That's gonna be a complete wall once I finish it. Honestly, I'm really excited for this to finish coming together. Also, these are all going to look a lot better once I put the roofs on them. Like, most of the circular ones are going to have kind of a wizardy tower top to it, and the flat ones are going to stay more like that. But either way, I'm not done. So, don't hate on them too much. Also, I'm going to pop some, like, especially this one's going to have some windows. Oh, oh, she's my Gemini. Definitely watch the anime, probably read it too. Sounds like a plan. I'm probably gonna... I'm almost done with it. I have like 10 chapters left, so as soon as I have those unlocked, I'm gonna sit and read them. Oh, there's so many berries. But after that, I'm gonna watch the anime, I think. I do... Don't get me wrong, I love anime, but I do often end up disappointed when I read an anime... Oh, I hate this room. After reading the manga for it. Like, an infamous example of this would be The Promised Neverland. Those are just two completely different stories. Between the anime and the manga. Or... Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, I watched the anime first and then watched the... and then read the manga. And I was like, wow, the anime's so great, I have to read the manga for this, especially since they're not going to continue the anime for some reason. And, like, the show was good, but... Oh, I thought I heard something. Like, the show was good. Don't get me wrong. Still probably one of my favorite anime out there. It's just such a fun story. Such a great concept as well. But the story in the manga is so much better. I don't know how. Like, I'm not going to give spoilers, but there's like an entire section of the premise that they just sort of glossed over for the show. And I get that the show was made with the intention of being, for lack of better words, an advertisement for the manga. And it worked, because I went and read it. But lordy, it's so much better when you read it. Oh, you never knew that the Promised Neverland manga was different. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, the show is a good show, and the manga is a great story, but if you go into the show expecting it to be like the manga, then you'll go, wow, this is the best first season I've ever seen as far as adaptation go, and then you'll go into the second season, you'll go, what the heck is this? Look how they massacred my boy. Because that's exactly what they did. They massacred they massacred my boy. Let me eat this so I can sprint. I'm trying to eat. I left my carrots. Yeah, I never realized how much I jump around until I started editing my videos, and I went, oh, I'm Mumbo Jumbo. That's cool, I guess. What did I come down here for? And I might as well grab this while I'm here. Oh right, hay. I was out of hay. But like in the manga, you get to see them. I'm not gonna give spoilers in case anyone watching. Oh, hi! Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm actually probably pretty close to ending it here, but welcome aboard. Also, there's like a full minute between when you send the message. Like, I see it immediately, but there's like a full minute between when I respond to it and when it's gonna get to the stream. So don't don't be upset if I take forever to respond. I swear, I'm trying. But the stream's going. It's going good. Just about to talk about Promised Neverland, which, spoilers, a big thing happens at the end of season 1. I'm not gonna say what that is in case anyone's trying to watch it and hasn't had a chance yet. But a huge, very important, life-changing for the main characters thing happens. And then it skips to a time skip for season 2. And in the manga, you get to see everything that's happening with that. You get to meet new characters, like all kinds of stuff. No, they just cut that out. Yo, Cookie, welcome back. So, that's my farming tower. Okay. And then we're going to bed. The orphan's parents are now present in their life. Crazy. Oh. Yeah. Do I think YouTube is massive? I mean, define massive, but by most definitions, yes. Like, it's a huge company. It reaches a lot of people. It makes a lot of money. The YouTube database by itself is huge and there's tons of stuff in it. So I'd say so. Oh, she's mine, Alrighty. Gonna work a bit on my inner wall thing, and then I'm gonna head out so I can go to dinner. Also, who says they're orphans? Just because I took them doesn't mean they're orphans. Just like the low taper fade. I already hear enough about that from my little brother. Must we? So I think like I said, I'd make this 8, which means I need to make it 6 taller. Oh, she's mine, It is insanely massive. There are sub-communities of sub-communities of sub-communities. Yeah, if you're going that way, then definitely YouTube's massive. So, yeah, YouTube being... Sorry, when the stream is this far behind everyone else, I never know what to say because it feels like I'm just sitting here by myself, which is just like a normal video, in which case my immediate tendency is to be quiet so I can turn boring parts into a time-lapse. So I don't know what to say, but yeah, I think YouTube's crazy, and I also think it's crazy how sometimes it can be... Like, people who never would have met otherwise can meet through YouTube and have, like, there are how many billion accounts on YouTube, and who knows how many of those are bots, and the odds of people finding each other and like friendships and like stuff forming is really cool. It's just neat to be there. Just neat to be here. Oh, she's mine. There are probably communities that have millions of people watching that the other general YouTube sphere doesn't even know about. Like survival and hunting YouTubers. I mean, I think most people know about those. The ones that are really obscure, I think, like, a lot of people watch YouTube stuff for gaming, but I think there's a lot of really niche, obscure gaming things. Like, I don't know, but I think that's one of the more weird ones, and also the story time people who have weird stories, they always seem to find each other. One thing I think everybody interacts with, though, at some point, whether they want to or not, is the cooking side of YouTube. I don't think there's an escape from that. And then the collabs between the cooking YouTubers as well. Which for some reason always catch me off guard. It's like, I didn't know you could do that. Don't you cook things? Just really quickly gonna check to see if this wall design looks cool. It does! I'll erase the dirt in a minute. Pikmin's pretty niche. You do not get to turn my stream into a Pikmin stream. Go stream on your own. I know you can. And you have. 4 Pikmin. You did. It's been less than 48 hours since you turned my stream into a Sonic stream. If you're gonna do the Pikmin thing, go stream by yourself. You've watched too many randomizer pick-through playthroughs. Yeah. Never come across those ever, but I also don't go looking for them, and I'm sure you do, so. Another way in which we are different. I'm kind of surprised you and I even really found each other on YouTube, because we operate on very different sides of the internet besides the gaming sphere. But then you can't hang out with you. I'm not actually telling you to leave. Don't make me out to be some sort of villain. Just because I'm steps ahead. Nah, I'm not gonna Nico Avocado you. Aw. I'm an evil tyrant. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, oh, she's mine, she's mine. Coolio. And then that's my little entrance to this part. Cleared off. And then that's gonna go up like a staircase. I'm not Dr. Eggman. Or Eggman or whatever. I'm not. I've been called many things. And many of them I disagree with. And I've gotten to the point where I'm not sure I even get a say anymore. yo, that actually looks great. Also, it wasn't your fault that it turned into a Sonic stream. That was Zelia, and you told us to. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't actually bother me. I'm like 60% messing with you. It doesn't bother me, but sometimes I get a little sad if you guys are all talking about something and I have no idea what we're talking about. That's just because I'm illiterate in Sonic lore. Whereas you have all found different ways to master it. I need that. You had no idea what they're talking about either. Okay, well that makes me feel better. Because if you had no idea and I had no idea, then who's driving the plan? Stop. I'll stop. Don't even make funny jokes. I probably should stop making jokes that don't make sense. Pretty sure I can hypothetically make that jump. Look at that! Parkour pro. And then I had to go down so I can go to bed. You like your jokes, even though you don't get them most of the time. Well, I'm glad someone finds my brand of humor funny, because I sure don't. Like, I have a favorite joke, and I can't even tell it right half the time, and I still start laughing. For reference, how bad I am with my own jokes. Counter idea. Actually, no, that's the latest I can have that start. I'll just transition this into stairs, I think. Cool. Your jokes are at least funny, even if they're bad. Well, I appreciate that. I feel like you guys are just trying to get me to stay, though, because I said that I would leave at 5:30 and it's 5:30. I will finish this inner wall and then we'll end the stream. So if you guys have any burning questions or something, just let me know. We'll see what we can do. What's the wrong your? I mean, there's just two your, so it depends on which situation you're in. But the correct your, and then you can figure out which is wrong from that, I suppose, is your with the apostrophe RE if you're trying to say something that can be substituted with UR, and then the your that you use, which is U plus an R at the end, and that is for when you're like saying something belongs to someone. So if this slab belongs to you, then it's your slab. your. But if you're going to steal this slab, then you're going to steal this because that's the same as you're and you are. Oh. Oh, Cookie, I'm so disappointed in you. You said you are jokes at least are funny. Wow. Maybe I should. And then I turned into teacher mode. Okay. Okay. English isn't even like. Okay, English as a language is very difficult. I'm not going to pretend it's not. It's a difficult language. Basically, every other language goes, what the heck, every single time we do anything. But there are some things that are really easy. And the yours and the. I can't believe you've done this. The yours and. I can't even think straight. You've upset me. You're upsetting. See? For that, I'm. Alright, hey, Mulchan, give me a name for this world because Cookie named it before, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. But if he's gonna be like this, then he doesn't get to name my hardcore world. So, Mulchan, you're always here. You always got my back. So you get to name this. I know it's both of you guys at basically every stream, but right now, one of you is upsetting. Can you guys not hear me? Mulchan, are you there? Is yours not the same as your? Oh, is that the name of our world? Okay. Internet enabled. Edit. Yep. The end of an era. I'm watching me change it as the stream loads. I'm surprised Cookie's not getting upset. Maybe he's not paying attention. Or maybe he's upset at himself because he used the wrong your. Like, if I wasn't going for marine biology, I'd be getting a degree probably in English. So, keep that in mind next time you try to do something crazy. Ah. He left. Rude. After my entire speech about you guys both always being here through the thick and the thin and the good times and the bad times, you're always here for me, and then he leaves. I see. did not, and that was a great speech, and you were just busy with Tetris. Okay. Yeah, I stand by what I said at the very beginning of this. This has been a rough stream. So that's here, which means this is here. Wait. Yeah. Needs to be 2 taller. It's gonna work. My plan will work. So I'm gonna put bookshelves all around because I feel like books in a map room makes sense. But I don't want them to be in my way, so they're just gonna be at the top. And then I'm gonna put lanterns on top of them. Actually, I might just dangle the lanterns from the ceiling. Streams are hit and miss. Yeah, the last one was great. I got like 13 hours of watch time from that. It was crazy. You don't just get the engagement you got last time. Yeah. No. Doesn't mean I can't try. Is this all I have? There's no way that is all my books. They're like 9 emeralds a piece. I'm gonna have to go buy books. That is the opposite of what I sound like in real life. Maybe I'll do 1 ring of books, and the rest will be a problem for another day. Frankly, I kind of feel like being done with the castle for now and like not picking up until next year. Get it? Next year? Cause New Year's is tomorrow. I'm so funny. Someone go get me my master's degree in comedy. Surprisingly, when you control the economy, you're rich. You know, you bring up a valid point there. We should all be doing more of that. Gotta say, this is looking very map roomy. Yep. Still think it fits the vibes. And then I can just whap whap whap. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh, what a great joke. Thank you. I'll be here all night. And by that, I mean I'm leaving in like 5 minutes. Dang, I said I'd be done 10 minutes ago. Alright, here's the official deal. As soon as I take, whether it's on accident or purpose, another half heart or more of damage, I'm leaving. Don't you have dinner to be at? Yeah. Well, we didn't make like actual reservations. We just have to do that at some point in time. And if I don't get to my roommates soon, there's a good chance they'll just go to sleep. And then what am I gonna eat? More ham? a pomegranate? I got 2 pomegranates and I should really eat them soon. But they're so much work. That's like a day's project thing. So that's a treat for me after I do the laundry. Maybe that actually feels like it should be a before the laundry thing, now that I think about it more. I don't know, you'll bring me cookies or something? Don't think you have my address, thanks though. Eh. I feel like I should make sure this area is well lit before covering it. Wow. Alright. 8th time's the charm. See? It worked. I am still loved by the gods of... Okay. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm nearly to my wit's end with this. Why? Boom. You just leaked my phone number. Did you just send me that in Discord or something, or... I'm missing something. How did you leak my phone number? I'm not seeing anything in Discord. Don't even know if you know it. Okay. It has never taken me this long to take damage. It's probably where I want to end that. No, it's not. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. I am in misery. Oh, it's the message above the other one. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Also disappointed you didn't just do like 8675309. You know what? You know what? Where's a tall object? Where's something tall for me? Aha, ladder. Oopsie doopsie. There we go, I took damage. Yeah, I'm just done. Woo! Alright, thank you, Cookie, and Mulchan, and Emma for a bit there, and just everyone who did show up. Kind of a slow stream. Got some work done, though. Never mind, I'm too dumb. I don't. Yeah, I don't get your joke. Bye.